It's a pleasure both to see.
Okay, the Stacy McCain event is over, and we've got Dianne Ploss, who was Diana, I'm sorry, I keep saying Dianne. I'm a little bit tired. Dianne Ploss of Act for America, who was a last-minute addition to our event, and was a great addition to our event. Dianne, first, what did you think of the event, Stacy McCain, and all of that?
The event was fantastic. This is my first time being on at a roundtable discussion, but I have one question.
What?
How can it be a roundtable discussion if there isn't a round table?
Well, we considered using the round table, but the problem was the video cameras.
That was true. Yeah. Sorry, that was my stab at some humor. Fantastic. I think the next time you bring Stacy in, that we will fill up the place. We will definitely fill up the place, and I think people need to hear what he has to say, because I didn't know any of what he spoke about in terms of feminism and what these women. I'm not a feminist. What were you going to say?
And you're an informed woman. You were involved in the Trump campaign. You're involved in Act for America. I mean, you were an informed person, yet you didn't know about the things Stacy talked about, and I would guess that a lot of people don't.
I think many people don't, and I think we talked about this on the panel, that the way to let people know, inform people, is through social media. Because you, like what I said is, when I go home, I'm going to put the title of his presentation on my Facebook page, and I know that will get so many questions. People are gonna, so people will see that, and then I can put the link to Stacy, and then that'll get out, and I know people will share it, and that's how we inform other people.
Now, as I said, you were not expected to be available today. Act for America was going to have events nationwide. Tell me the unfortunate reason why you were available today.
So I was available today because our event got canceled. So I believe at the time there were 67 events or rallies planned across the country in different states. In different cities across the country. And Brigitte Gabriel, the founder of Act for America, received credible death threats, for people who would be at the rallies. People like me, somebody like me who would have been the MC at the rally. So she decided to keep her people safe, to shut down all the rallies, and so they actually had a day of action. They had a live feed on Facebook from 12 to 3, which I missed, but that's okay. This was great. So they did that instead to keep people safe. But it is a sad state of affairs. This should not go unnoticed by people, that we are losing our freedom of speech, our First Amendment. We are losing that every day.
Well, we hope that we allowed you to exercise that freedom of speech that was denied to you earlier. And you mentioned, obviously we had Stacy McCain's presentation on feminism, and we had the panel roundtable. Is there something from the roundtable or something from the panel that you think stood out?
Gosh, a lot of things. I mean, talking about DACA. Let me step back a second. The knowledge at the table, I think, struck me, because I'm a newbie into this. But the knowledge of, Patrick talking about the details of the House and the Senate, I feel like all that information, again, can be shared on Facebook. If you have the right, if you have, the right person delivering it, maybe, or the right venue, so that people will actually see it, not just a few hundred, but we're talking tens of thousands. But and the love for the country at the table. So those things stood out to me, and I learned from everybody, because for me this was new, and I think. So I can't. Other than the knowledge of people, I don't want to point to just one specific thing, but panels like this, like what happened today, are very informative.
And finally, the restaurant Tang Dynasty, what did you think of the food?
10. They get a 10. I want to say thank you to Tang Dynasty, and hope we can come back here and fill the place.
Well, if just the food, the speakers we had should fill the place, but the food, you should do it if the speakers don't next time.
It was a great event.
And Diana, one more time, can you tells people where they can find you?
So Dianne Ploss, Diana with 2 N's, Ploss with 2 S's. So Ploss like floss with the P. So I want you to Ploss every day.
All right, Dianne Ploss, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.